ready, and...
Yo, welcome to Friends with Davey. We are back at you live from in studio. And with us, as always, producer Joshua Cabaza. Josh, how's it going, man?
¿Cómo estás?
Whoa.
Damn.
That sounded weird and sexy, and I didn't like it at all.
Portable.
And, whoa. And joining us again, ladies and gentlemen, Edward Hernandez. What up, dude?
What's up,
Part
suckers?
two.
What's up,
Part
suckers?
two, baby.
Yes, comes in 2 parts.
How to survive in prison. Dude, the last one went off. The last episode went off. Yeah.
And we lived. We survived.
We survived it.
It's harder to survive out of prison.
We didn't get banned from YouTube. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And I've got some big news, y'all. I got really big news. We are giving away our first $100 Visa gift card. Josh, hit him with the applause.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
I got it.
We talked about this beforehand.
Bring the people in. Bring the people in.
Hurry, get the in-studio audience. Let's go. Here we go.
Here they come. Here, scoot over.
Gift card. You motherfucker.
Wrong one.
Unbelievable. There's the studio applause.
Get him out. Okay, get him out.
Oh, my God.
Everyone out.
Dude, can you believe this guy, Edward?
Yeah, bro.
It's been a long
I've seen it. Believe me, I've worked with him before. I believe it.
Real.
Everything there is believable.
I see no
What's hard to believe?
no newness.
No, what's hard to believe is the people that cannot believe what's happening. I'm like, that's
No, that's pretty much par for the course.
Yeah.
Here on the Friends with Davey live stream.
I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I know. It's usually crazy people usually do.
Did someone give you that feedback, Josh, that you're doing pretty good?
Yeah, my mom was like, "You just keep going. I believe in you."
Your mom said that.
No, actually, she told me to
After
step it
she
up.
said step it up, yeah.
Your mom was like, "Hey,
because
I've
I
been
was
watching this
story
thing.
I got.
Whoa, what are you doing hanging out with Josh's mom, Edward?
No,
I told him.
he told me.
Okay.
I'm stepping it up, bro. What are you talking about?
Stick around to the end of the episode. $100 Visa gift card. We're announcing our first winner. That's really exciting, Edward. $100.
And what was the reason you're giving that away?
Well, we hit 3,000 views on your episode.
Nice.
How to Survive in Prison Part 1 hit 3,000 views.
How many people are going to prison out there that they needed to watch?
I mean, bro, you got to be ready. You got to be ready at all times.
Yep. If they're all watching from Texas, yes, be ready. Be ready, yes, because Texas will lock you up.
Yeah,
But you're back.
Davey's actually getting new merch. His new prison wallets that he's going to be selling.
Davy's
come on,
prison
dude.
wallets.
Come on.
Everyone reach back and grab one of Davy's
For those of
prison
you
wallets.
that don't know, they're talking about my butthole. That's very on brand for producer Josh.
And then,
That's about all he talks about.
well, we'll break right into your prison wallet. I mean,
Come on, Edward. Don't feed into this.
But in prison, like me, for people thinking like I never stuck anything in my butt while I was in prison.
Not a single thing.
Not a single toilet paper. Maybe, but maybe my finger got a little excited and cleaned a little extra.
You wiped a little too aggressively. Yeah.
But get it? No, I didn't get it. But no, I never stuck anything in my and honestly, I don't know anyone personally that was like, hey, bro, I'll hold jiggers while you pull whatever you brought in out of your
I don't think you can say that. Can you say what he just said?
hold jiggers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say
What
that.
do you mean?
You're allowed to?
Holding jiggers in prison is what you do. Like when shit's going down.
What
Like
is
if you're
it?
gonna get tatted,
Yeah.
you hold jiggers. You go. Someone holds jiggers while you're getting tattooed. They're keeping looking
an
at
eye out.
You know what? That reminds me of a question I had that I forgot to ask on the last episode, Edward.
What is it?
I know we're going to get into this crazy story that you have about being on national TV with Crime Stoppers.
No, I was not. I was on local TV, but I would have gone into national TV if I hadn't turned myself in.
If he hadn't turned himself
If
in.
I hadn't turned myself in, I would have gone
You'd
to
be
America's Most
so
Wanted. But instead,
famous.
I stayed with the local networks with Crime Stoppers.
Is that the next step from Crime Stoppers? Is America's Most Wanted?
I would think because
Okay.
if they don't catch you, the local TV sent it to Crime Stoppers.
I mean, you would know. Weren't you on America's Most Wanted too?
No, my partner was.
Oh, your partner was.
Yes, my partner
Oh, okay.
was.
Okay.
In
Well,
crime, partner in crime.
Partner in crime.
There you go.
Not
let me
prison
ask you
wallet.
this question about prison tattoos because I had an interesting experience. There was an old ex-con that came into a tattoo shop that I go to pretty frequently. It's called
An
Element
ex-old
Tattoo.
con?
Shout out Jedi.
To where Element? Oh
An
yeah,
old
that's right.
ex-con. Yeah. You know
my
Jedi.
boy. Yeah, that's my boy. I love that dude.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Fucking love that guy. So this old ex-con comes in. He's an older gentleman, and he is an ex-con.
Okay.
He comes into the tattoo shop, and he was getting a cover-up done, and the tattoo that he was covering up was on his neck, and it was a rope. It was
Okay.
a rope with like a little dangly piece of rope going off on his shoulder. He said it was a prison tattoo. What does that mean?
That means he got it in prison.
Oh, it doesn't mean anything like specific.
Literally, it's a prison tattoo. made in prison.
Honestly, It might mean something in the. He was a white dude.
Yeah, he was a Wood.
Yeah, he was a Wood.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying I don't know what that they what. Remember, I got out in 2001.
Okay.
And when was this that you saw this?
Probably like 3 years ago, I would say.
And
3 years ago?
he was probably a dude in his 50s.
No, dude, he was like in his probably like 60s, maybe even 70s.
So he was locked up, in the 70s or 80s, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Or 90s, or maybe he was locked up recently and got that stuff. And
it seemed like he'd gotten out of prison pretty recently.
Yeah, but maybe he'd gotten out recent. But how recent is that tattoo? That's where the storyline comes in.
Right.
Because if he got it way back in the days, when I was locked up in the 90s, there was Ku Klux Klan members still in prison that I ran into.
Josh. What? You were in prison back in the 90s, dude?
Yes. There was I met dudes, the old school dudes that were Ku Klux Klan.
That is wild.
Yeah, that was weird. And
were they like
they were burning shit in the corner. They'd make little crosses out of toothpicks, and they would burn them in the. No, I'm just.
Oh my god! I thought you were serious, dude. I was like, wow, that seems real bitch made, honestly.
Yeah, no, they would just, like I heard, and then I talked to a dude, and it was like, wow, dude, like really, and he was like, nah, nothing I'm proud of, bro. And he wasn't like he was running around, I'm Ku Klux Klan, bitch.
No,
I
wouldn't think that's something you want to brag about in prison. Honestly,
no. I'm surprised he even talked to me about it. That dude.
I found out what it means.
Oh, you did, because I thought like the rope meant you were someone's wife.
Yeah. I think it could mean, I'm going to take a guess.
Yeah.
Is that he's done something like to try to attempt to take a life or something in there for his gang, and that he's an assassin.
Oh, okay. Assassin tattoo. I thought it meant
maybe
he was
like
someone's wife.
He's like a hitman. Like he has that.
It's an old school KKK tattoo.
There you go.
You were so right, Edward.
What the fuck?
It's becoming more popular in the Aryan Nation. Yeah.
Oh wow! I mean, it looked like a noose.
See?
But why would you put the noose on yourself? That didn't make sense at all.
He was proud of that shit back then, bro. He was a fucking. He's someone that hangs motherfuckers.
Did it look like that?
What he
I know it was all the way around his neck.
Yeah,
like it wrapped all the way around and then went down his shoulder.
Like this?
And I bet you.
Yeah, just like that, Josh. Exactly like that.
And
yes.
I bet you somewhere in there, there's something hidden in there.
There probably was, but he covered it up with a snake.
Yeah,
he got a pretty nice snake tattoo to cover
Jedi fucking does bodysuits, bro.
Dude, he does.
Every time I walk in that shop, which is every weekend, almost that dude's doing some kind of fucking bodysuit.
Just
on
crazy
someone,
back piece or something. Yeah, he's wild.
And
I've got a bunch of work by him.
On, dude. Like,
oh yeah, he doesn't do stencils anymore. He doesn't need to.
He just gets a big old marker, and he'll have this dude's whole leg was just all marked up. When I walked in, like all the way up to his hip. He was about to start blasting this dude, and he just looks at it, and he could see. That dude's a beast, dude.
Dude, he's been doing it for how many years? What, 20, 30 years probably?
No, he ain't that old. He's younger than me.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm 53. I think Jedi is 43.
But I thought he started tattooing when he was like in his early 20s. No?
Yeah, so he's like
20 years?
He's like 20 years in. He's had the shop for like 14, 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shop burned down a long time ago.
Yeah, he came from Corpus.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, he's done a lot of work on me.
Yeah,
he's done quite a bit.
Jedi's cool, but
are the two black bolts? Is that a big
the lightning bolts?
tattoo? The two, around the ankle.
Not on the ankle, on the neck as well.
Well, lightning bolts can just be like a motorcycle type tattoo. It doesn't necessarily mean what Josh is implying.
But when you go and put them on you and you're in prison, it just turned into something else.
Yeah.
There's not. I tell you, the whole time I was locked up, I didn't see not one motorcycle cruise down the hallway. And no, not one.
No, because there's a guy.
Not even one like Harley Davidson, like a mini Harley Davidson.
I didn't see not one vest in there.
No colors,
no
no
one wearing
patches?
a helmet.
No Victoria.
No.
Interesting.
Nothing. Nope.
Victory, not Victoria.
I mean, I would think the biker gangs
victories.
they probably have their own thing in prison, right? Like the Hell's Angels or
nothing. There's no Hell's Angels in Texas, for one. Just know that. This is Bandito territory.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Do the Banditos have like a presence in the prison system?
Not that I saw.
Really?
Like I said, there was not one motorcycle in prison. When they're there, I think most of them either run tango or maybe some of them do whatever they do. I don't know. I wasn't in them. But there was not one in there yelling that, hey, I'm this and you need to. No.
Wow. Okay. That actually surprised me. I would have thought they'd have some sort of.
That's a free world biker organization. It's not a prison organization. You don't recruit people in prison for that club.
Okay. That makes sense.
Maybe that is one of the reasons, because you don't recruit in there for them. Maybe when you get out and you say, hey, bro, when you get out, bro, you're a down-ass dude. If you got a bike and, and
then you can be part of our
maybe you could start rolling with this and see how you are, whatever. But they're not in there recruiting.
Well, Josh was in a bike gang. He was in a bicycle club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The seatless.
The seatless Huffy
ones.
boys. Yeah.
The Sealess Huffy
Seatless.
boys. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
just sitting right down on that big old metal rod.
Jesus.
They're bunny hop kings.
Ooh, I like that. That's great.
But,
Bunny hop kings.
No, I asked you about the bolts because there's a guy at my gym who has them on his ankle. This big ass white dude.
Well,
He's like in his 50s.
he put them there to hide them.
On his ankle.
Yeah, he
'cause
put them there to hide them. And like I tell you, there was a guard when I was in El Paso. No. When I was in Abilene, in Middleton unit, who had he had the each on each side he had the lightning bolts,
Yeah.
and he would just put band-aids over them.
Are you serious? So
There
this
was-
guy was affiliated
Yes.
and working guard duty?
Yeah,
Dude, that doesn't seem fair at all.
Texas? Yeah, that sounds about
dude.
right.
No
But
way.
they've really started to crack down on it. There was a gang, bro. There was a gang of guards that used to keep, I think it was a red bandana in their back pocket. And that's how you knew that they were all in cahoots with each other.
Wow.
And they would keep this, and they would let other people fall out on you and go into your,
Which gang were they affiliated with? Like
They were guards. They were the guards.
just
group.
a guard gang?
They were a guard
And you
gang.
could hire them to like.
No, you couldn't
No?
hire them. These dudes were gonna fuck up inmates. They were like together, like because
Why?
Because inmates fucking take advantage. I have rights and go out. You ain't gonna touch me because I'm protected. I'm an inmate and you're a guard. Fuck you. And just like how people talk shit to cops, and they can't do it on camera, but they'll figure out a way. Like, okay, hey bro, I need help getting this dude, and you find another dude that's down. A couple of them dudes that are down. To be
And
like,
then the
yeah.
guards just roll up on you.
And then maybe these dudes, or they will get an inmate to fuck you up. They'll be like, hey, bro, you want to be making phone calls? You want to make commissary steadily? Like, you want to get it moved to a better wing? Hey, bro, go take
better
care.
get it together.
Take care of homeboy for me over here, bro.
Oh, they would hire other inmates to do their dirty work too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Get homeboy to fucking take care of it,
But they were on their own. They weren't like affiliated with any of the prison gangs at all.
They weren't saying, look, Edward, before we do anything, let me lace you up on what we're I don't know. No, bro, those dudes are like, they might have been, there was dudes that have homeboys from the world and end up running across them and they kick it and do shit for them, bro. And they might be affiliated. They just never got busted. So
And they had red bandanas.
these dudes had red bandanas in their back pockets.
You know what, Josh? I used to fly a black bandana in my back pocket. What do you think that meant, Edward?
That meant that you had boogers, maybe sometimes. I don't know.
Boogers?
Bandanas are to blow
what it
your
is.
nose.
It's like the foxtail. It means you had a butt plug and you were ready.
No, that's not what that meant at all. I was not part. No, I wasn't part of the Wolf Gang or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Wolf
You were
Pack.
trying to attract turd burglars? Maybe
Come on, Edward. No,
If
dude.
you wanted your
if you
turd
ever see
burgled?
if you ever see a foxtail and a girl's wearing it, just go pull the foxtail off, see what comes out.
Oh, it's
Really,
connected to a butt
Josh?
plug?
Yeah, it's in her butt.
I see a lot of kids at the mall wear those. Are you? What are you doing over there, Josh?
No, it was a bartender's girlfriend that would sit at the bar at River Center, and I would always see the tail,
She just had a foxtail going.
and she had a foxtail going. I'm like, man, that foxtail, is that connected to her like pants or underwear? No, it's connected to her.
Really?
And yeah, and that was his sex.
It's like a leash, but a tail instead.
Yeah, his sex. How can I put it? Worker, I guess,
Oh, like he was.
but
a pimp?
doesn't get paid. A worker who doesn't get paid. There we go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either, dude.
I don't even know if that's a
That
real
didn't
story.
make
How would you be sitting down if you're wearing a butt plug? I don't think Josh knows how butt plugs work, which is surprising. But I mean, you can't sit down on a butt plug and still,
I would beg to differ. I would think that there's some girls out there that can chunk a butt plug in and go about their day, sit, dance.
Well,
and
now when it's
everything
a
else.
tail, Edward, like you've got the whole tail coming out.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. I've
Yeah.
seen that the videos or something and they have a butt plug and the fucking it's just a string now for the tail. So
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
going about their life like everything.
Yeah.
And it's just the tail.
There's
man.
different gauges. You know what I mean? So there's some
plug?
gauges. Yeah, some gauges and then there's some gauges they look like doorknobs. So
I don't know, Josh. I've never experimented with this sort of thing before.
they have them at the stores.
What stores, dude?
When you go
butt
pump
plug
gas.
store. Don't you go to the butt
yeah,
plug
exactly. Did you say the gas station? Who's buying butt
You're
plugs
like,
from
"Man,
a gas station?
Give me $20 unleaded and that butt plug there. With no, the one with the foxtail. The one with the
Yeah.
foxtail.
No,
yeah.
no, specifically-
Hey, go ahead and give me those rhino pills too, man. It's gonna be a wild night, man.
You know, at Buc-ee's, right?
Yeah, Buc-ee's.
Yeah, give me some beef jerky too.
A little,
beaver
a little,
nuggets,
a little
please.
beaver tail butt plug.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's a
you
nice
go.
one.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. Okay, so we're gonna get into this story, Edward.
Okay, what
because
story is
you told me this story a couple weeks ago, and it absolutely blew me away. First, let me say hi to the people in the chat real quick, and then we're gonna go straight into it. And the people in the chat, I know they've got questions for you. They're already asking some questions. One of them was how many riots you've been in.
None.
Oh, you never gotten any
No,
riots?
0.
Okay. So I got to say hi to Wendy. What's up, Dr. Tim? Audrey, Uni Nerd Comedy. Davey's Boo is in the chat. Davey's Boo is in the chat. Love that. Also, Taylor Ayers. Hello, Taylor.
What's up, Taylor?
And Jonalyn. Jonalyn is also in the chat.
Is that a girl or a guy?
It's a girl.
They wanted a boy. There was going to be Jonathan, but they named her
John
Jonalyn.
named her Jonalyn.
Yeah, she was supposed to be a boy. Ask her.
Were you supposed to be a boy, Jonalyn? So what's the deal? What's the name? What's the story behind your name?
Yeah.
So hello, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. We're about to get into this story about how Edward ended up on Crime Stoppers. Edward,
All right.
take it away, buddy.
Okay. This wasn't one of my prouder moments either, and this was an accidental Crime Stoppers.
You weren't trying to.
Yeah, we weren't out to cause trouble that night. We were out having drinks at this club in the mid-90s. It was 50 cent. When I say this, people will probably know. I think it was 50 or 75 cent or $1 or something. Fill up any mug.
Oh, I thought you meant you were seeing 50 Cent at the club.
In the 90s, 50 Cent was like 3 years old.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Okay, sorry.
So it was 50 cent or 75 cent or $1. Something. It was real cheap though to go to this country club, and it was fill up any mug. Like you could buy a giant mug as long as it didn't have a spout like a pitcher.
Nice.
And it was keg beer.
Okay.
So everyone would go out there on Sunday night, and we got fucking past the butter. I'm toasted.
Yeah.
So on the way home, this was in the pager days. So on
pager days. You ever have a pager, Josh? Sorry.
So on the way home, two of my buddies are getting paged. It's like 2 in the morning, I guess.
They're just going off.
No, maybe like 1 in the morning because this place was still open. So we pull into a convenience store. My friends are getting paid, but my other friend who was driving said, well, I'm going to get gas. So they jump out of the car. It was cold outside, I remember, because they ran over to the payphones real quick. And so they're on the payphones, and we're getting, I pumped the gas. My buddy's sitting in the car, but I have the passenger door open, and we're at the pump. And this truck pulls up on the other side of the pumps. It's 2 white dudes and a white girl.
Okay.
And the guy looked like Kurt Cobain, kind of.
Nice,
Like
dude. Love Kurt Cobain.
Like he was wearing torn up jeans,
Okay.
Converse, a plain white T-shirt, and a one of them biker leather jackets.
Yeah. Like a 5-panel or whatever.
And
No,
he
that's a hat.
And he had
sorry.
long, stringy blonde hair.
Nice. Did he look like he was strung out too? He looked like he was smacked out a little bit?
Like a dirty white dude. Okay, let me just put it that way.
Whoa, hang on. No, dude. You don't have to call him a dirty white dude. Why?
He would look like a trailer park dirty white dude. It's my story,
looked
and
cool
this is
as fuck.
exactly how it went down.
Guy looked like a badass.
No, he looked like a broke ass.
Oh,
And
come
so-
on. All right.
So anyway, we're put the gas, and anyway, I'm waiting. And now I'm leaning on the door, and they pull up, and they're putting gas too. And the dude, and he's looking at me, and he's like, him and his girl are outside the car, and he's looking at me, and he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Oh, aggressive.
Yeah, he was real aggressive. He was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And I was like, "I don't know. What am I looking at?" And he was like, "You looking at my girl?" And I was like, "Is that your girl?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Fuck no, I ain't looking at her." And he was just like, and my buddy Matt is in the car laughing ridiculously. Matt's a white guy too, rich white guy. Matt's in the car, he ain't looking at her. And Matt's just going off and saying everything like Def Comedy Jam style. And so the dude's like, "What, you think you're funny, dude?" And he's wiring himself up, dude, like to punk me out.
Yeah.
And I'm just making stupid jokes. I'm not even in comedy at this time. This is the 90s, bro. I don't even get into comedy till 2008.
Oh, you hadn't been on stage yet, so you're just roasting him.
This is 90 fucking 3 or something. 94, I think. And yeah, I never even considered doing comedy at this time. And so this dude's talking shit. And I guess he went in to pay. And then he came back out. My friend is still on the payphone, so he has no clue that we're even together. So he comes.
Oh, he thought you were by yourself.
No, Matt, my buddy was driving.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
but he's got another big old dude driving, and he's the passenger
Gotcha.
with the girl in the middle. So he's still talking shit, dude. You still here, motherfucker? Like, cause we're waiting for my friends now. We've already gassed up. Now we're just waiting, and now he comes back and he's like,
Because they got booty paged and they had to.
yeah. So, but he figures I'm just waiting out there just to be a dick for. So I guess maybe I don't know, because he came back out and he's like, "You're still here? We already pumped gas." He doesn't know that those dudes are with us, and he just starts talking shit again. The fuck, motherfucker, and blah blah blah. You got a fucking problem? I'll fuck you up. And he's just going off, bro. And I'm making jokes in between. Laughing.
Of course, yeah.
You want some shit? I'm like, nah, we're good, dude. We're already buzzed out, bro. And he's just blah blah blah. And so he gets in the truck, still talking shit, and they drive off. And they drive out of the parking lot. They're in the street, and that dude's like pointing at me as he's telling the driver, because I guess the driver,
trailer park guy?
Yes.
Okay.
He's telling the driver, who's a big old white version of him too.
Corn-fed motherfucker.
Yeah. So and the dude's like looking back at me now, and I'm still standing outside the car. So he stops and he backs up, and now he gets out. And he's like, and this dude was tall, dude. And he was like, "What's up, motherfucker? You got a fucking problem?" And I was like, "No, we already went through this with your buddy, bro." And so we
already covered all this.
Yeah, all of that, dude. And you want some shit, dude? And nope, we covered that one too, bro. We're good. And he's just going off. And then he was like, "Fuck you, pussy." I remember him saying that. I'll fuck you up. And I remember telling my friend Matt, "That's it. Done listening to these dudes talk shit."
That was your line.
I mean, I was just tired of it. They were talking, and I just remember when he said that, and I said, "This dude's gonna keep on. He really thinks
He's not gonna stop.
He really thinks we're a couple of bitches sitting here, and they're just talking." And I said, "You know what?" I told my boy Matt, I said, "Watch my back, bro. I'm about to go get my ass kicked, or I'm gonna kick some ass right now." Yeah, you know, either way, whatever.
It's gonna go down one of two ways.
Win or lose, I'm in it.
Yeah.
So I walk up to the dude. I'm gonna square off. "What's up, bitch? Come on." And my buddies like, "Oh shit."
So we're at the payphone.
That are at the payphone.
Oh no.
My buddy Ronnie comes running, dude, and he grabs that dude from behind by his head and just slams him down on the ground. And and it was like this dude was made of rubber, bro, because this dude hit the ground, boing, and was back on his feet and back in his truck, pulling out.
Immediately retreated?
Like, no, he pulled out a stick. He pulled out like a homemade bat. Because it wasn't a regular, it looked like a regular bat, but it was like a foot longer than a regular bat.
Oh.
Like he had made this
Like a
thing.
billy club.
And because I noticed the handle no, it was big. It was like long.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, billy clubs are short.
Billy clubs
Sorry.
are
Yeah,
short,
my
yeah.
bad. It's
The
like a
thing was-
walking stick.
It was like a double-sized bat.
It's like the Homer Simpson episode where he builds his own bat out of a tree.
It was like walking tall. You know, he came out with this fucking
Great
bat.
reference, yes.
And now my other friend, now the four of us are standing outside the car now, and this dude comes out with the bat, and he runs right at my friend who slammed him on the ground. And like we all broke running, and he went right at my friend, and when he hit him with it, but my friend put his arm up, and the bat broke. Like,
what?
The bat.
Wait, the bat, the 2x size regular bat broke
it wasn't
on his
2
arm?
times as thick. It was 2 times as long. So the fucker broke.
Whoa.
So he goes whack, and he hit my friend. My friend put his arm. My friend's kind of a big dude, and the bat broke. So this dude just has the handle now.
Okay.
And my friend runs and picks up the big part of it, and he's like, "All right, motherfucker." When the dude who started the whole shit,
Trailer park guy.
Kurt Cobain,
Yeah.
puts his hand in his jacket and yells out loud at everyone, "Everybody freeze. I'm a San Antonio police officer.
No way, dude.
I've got a gun. Don't make me use it."
What?
So we all froze. We all like, fuck, like, is this dude for real? You know, we all like, fuck. And my boy Caesar was like, "Well, fuck you. Show me your badge, motherfucker." And he's like, "No, you step back. I'll shoot. Don't make me shoot you." And my boy just throws a beer at him. And he, missed him. And he's backing up. That dude's backing up towards the door of the convenience store. And he's got his hand under his jacket and his shirt like he's got a gun. And my friend's like slowly walking towards him after throwing the beer at him.
He's not backing down.
No, and I'm walking behind my buddy too. And when that dude like realizes that we're not stopped, my friend takes off after him, I think is what happened. He like ran at him, and that dude turned around and broke towards the door of the convenience store.
To go inside.
Yes, he broke to the door of the convenience store, and I'm running because my friend's going after him, so I'm going to back up my friend. And the dude opens the door to the convenience store, and he yells at the clerk, "Down 911, I've got a situation on my hands. I'm a San Antonio police officer." So we freeze again at the door.
Second time you've frozen.
Yeah, so we were like, "Fuck, is the dude?" And he had his hand in his shirt again, like he had a gun.
You never pulled it out?
No, and he's yelling at my friend, like he's got his hand out and he's got his hand under his shirt, but he's got a leather jacket on too.
So you can't really tell.
You can't really tell, but he has his hand and the jacket's moving, and he's like just going, "All right, freeze right there. Down 911, I'm a San Antonio police officer. I got a situation on my hand. Stop right there, man." And he's yelling, and my friend's like, "Fuck you, bitch." My friend's coming out, and he just said, "Fuck you, show me your badge." And he just starts drilling him, bro. So they go into the store now. Now that dude just...
they're all the way in the gas station now.
They're in the store. Yeah,
we're inside the store.
And so they're fucking fighting. They're throwing. The dude took his hand out. He didn't have a gun. They're fighting.
He had a finger gun. That's all he had.
Yeah, so he was going to shoot the finger is maybe what he meant.
Yeah,
So they're fighting, and there's one of those tubs of sodas and beers and stuff all in the middle. And they hit that, and that knocks over, and so it's all wet. And now they start flopping around on the floor. They're slipping. They're trying to hang on to each other like hockey players on the ice, bro. And
what the fuck?
So and I had walked in the door and I'm standing there like watching because my boy's getting the best of him.
Oh, he's whooping his ass.
Yeah, my boy's getting the best of him when that guy's girl comes and jumps on my back. His girl, that trailer park, Courtney Love comes and jumps on my back.
Courtney Love is jumping you now.
So I was like, oh shit.
She's got you.
She got my back. She jumps on my back and I was like, oh shit. So I just reaction threw her and she flew over the counter and the clerk's on the phone.
Back with the clerk?
Yeah. Now
shit.
this girl's behind the counter with the clerk. The clerk's on the phone already talking to the cops. Like she's screaming, they're fighting in here now. She's going, and she's on the phone with them. So this girl's over the counter now, and they're fighting. So I grabbed a beer and I grabbed that dude by his head and I busted him with a beer.
You got him with a beer bottle?
Yeah, I got him with a beer, and they're still fighting though. They're still fighting.
Oh, he didn't stop, so it didn't knock him out.
No, bro.
Did it break the bottle?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I broke the bottle, and so more liquids everywhere. Everyone's just fucking. And then I clock him a good couple of times. Boom, boom, and he goes out.
Oh, he's out cold.
Yeah, he knocked out. When I caught him 2 good ones, like, I just fucking got him. And we dragged him outside.
Outside of the
We dragged him
outside
out
of the store?
Well, he was still awake because he was trying to fight a little bit. But we dragged him outside, and that's when he got the ass whooping he was begging for at the gas pumps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you got him back outside
Yeah.
by the pumps.
No, not right outside the door.
Oh, right outside the door?
We didn't walk him back all the way to the pumps, bro. We got him outside the door because as this was going on, I looked up and we're on the fucking camera.
Oh, no.
So I told my
security
friend,
cameras
I
for
was
the
like,
store?
yes, I was like, we got to go out. We got to get outside, dude. Go. We can't be in here until we got outside and we finished whooping his ass right outside the front doors. But he begged for that ass whooping, bro.
He did.
A lot of shit went on before it came to that.
They could have just drove away.
And then
they were already on the road.
And then he wanted to act like he had a gun, like we were all gonna go, oh my god!
Oh
and
yeah,
all this
posing
shit.
as an officer.
Yeah,
That's stolen valor, Josh. You
and-
can't do that.
I think that's a felony.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and what he didn't. What he ended up doing. Okay, so my friend pulled up. We jumped in the car and we split.
What happened to the big dude?
He never got out. I don't know. I was inside the store with my boy.
He just stayed in the truck.
I was inside with my boy. I couldn't see what was going on outside at all.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
I do not know what they were doing outside.
Okay.
I don't know what my 2 buddies and that one guy and the girl were doing outside. The girl ran inside eventually.
She jumped on your back, yeah,
Yes,
at some
I
point.
have no idea. I never even asked what was going on outside. Because the shit was going down inside.
Yeah, the real fight was happening inside the store.
So anyway, my friend drove off. They got in, and we jumped in and we split. And then like 2 weeks later, we're on Crime Stoppers.
No, 2 weeks later.
Maybe 2 weeks. Maybe within that 2 week period, we were on Crime Stoppers.
So you're on TV. Your face is
On
all over.
TV,
And
all over.
what did it say about you?
It said that this dude lied and said that he was on the payphone and that we drove up to him in the car and said, hey, give me your wallet and your jacket. And so he ran inside. And the only reason he yelled, I'm a cop, was to protect himself because we were trying to rob him.
Claimed that y'all were trying to mug him.
He claimed that we were trying to mug him.
When he just started a bunch of shit
Then
for
he got
no
his ass,
reason.
and he got the stomping that he was begging for that he really didn't realize. He realized he really didn't want, but he got it anyway. And then he turned it around and said, I'm a victim because I started it and lost, but so I'm going to say that I was on the phone and they tried to mug me.
No way, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now y'all are on Crime Stoppers for basically aggravated assault at this point.
For aggravated robbery.
Aggravated robbery?
He said we robbed him. He said we stole his wallet and his jacket. We did not. We did not.
Wow.
He just fucking lied. He needed to have a case, I guess. The reason why he couldn't just say, well, I kept on starting shit with these dudes and so they finally fucked me up. I acted like I had a gun until they finally called my bluff and beat the shit out of me. Was that going to be a story? No. Because he was trying to sue.
I was impersonating an officer and got my ass whooped. That's not much of a, case.
He had to get stitches and all kinds of shit, and he was trying to get his medical bills paid for.
Oh, because he had to, he needed some treatment after the fact. The stitches on the face, you said?
Yeah, we fucked him up. I mean, and he asked for it, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel bad how bad we fucked him up, but I don't feel bad that we fucked him up. Because I've been fucked up before, and if I asked for it, I fucking asked for it, bro.
Yeah, I've asked for, I got my ass kicked by 6 dudes one time, and I started it.
Wait, you got your what?
My ass kicked?
Ah,
Come on, Josh. You heard me right.
just making sure.
But
What do you think? You think I said my ass kissed?
Licked.
Licked.
by 6 dudes, and I was like,
Hey,
"That's a
dude,
wonderful
that's a
story."
different-
These podcasts try to turn.
That's a brag.
Try to turn real quick.
Alternative lifestyle, Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody keeps asking you, Edward, about the magic stamps in Midland County.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
Magic stamps.
Someone said, ask Edward about the magic stamps in Midland County. Great story. So we can get to that one if you remember what story.
I was in Midland County for 13 months. But
No magic stamps?
This was in the early 90s.
Okay, well, I'm going to let this guy explain himself while you
Yeah,
finish
if you
the
could
Crime
explain
Stopper
that,
story.
I would like to hear that.
So now you're on TV.
So now I'm. Well, yeah, we come out on TV. I remember we were at the fucking mall, dude. And we start getting paged, dude. And I called back and one of my buddies he's like, bro, where you at? And I said, I'm at the mall with Caesar, with my boy who was on TV with me, with my co-star. And they're like, bro, where you at? We're at the mall. And they're like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of there, bro. Y'all were just on TV. And I was like, holy shit. So we're like, fuck. So we got out of there. We went home. We watched the news, recorded it, just like on Menace to Society.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, so we recorded VHS.
Do you still have it? Do you still have the recording?
No, it would have been on VHS
Sucks,
too.
dude.
No, because we got rid of it. Because just like on Menace to Society, we got snitched on too. By someone.
Someone ratted you out
Someone did.
for kicking this dude's ass?
For being on Crime Stoppers.
Unreal.
There's a reward that comes with being on that co-star.
What was your? What was
That
the?
headlining gig comes with a fucking.
What was the price? Do you remember?
It's always $5,000.
$5,000.
Oh yes, especially then somebody.
It's always $5,000.
$5,000 to snitch you out like that.
So, and someone did, because next thing you know, like we're watching this video over and over and like, dude, can you tell it's me? This is the 90s fucking pixelated videos. It's bad, dude. And we're like, can you tell? And people are like, yep, I could tell that's the way you walk, your jacket, you know. And I'm like, I'm not wearing those clothes no more right there. And my boy Caesar, he was just letting his hair grow long, so it was like right here. So he was always getting the hair out of his face. So he walked in there squaring up with this dude, getting his hair out of his face, squaring up. So like you could see his face.
Oh, so he's just, I mean, plain as day.
In, kind of looking down. That girl jumps on me and all this stuff. And then I go in there, you know, but I'm kind of looking down.
They never got a clear picture of your face?
I'm moving and my hair's long. It's not very, very good.
Okay.
And so anyway, we watch and we're like, oh, fuck, we're fucked, man. So about a week or so goes by and robbery detectives show up. Me and Caesar were roommates. We had an apartment. So they come over like 7 a.m, dude. And they said, look, man, we're not arresting y'all, but we need to question y'all about this. You need to come down voluntarily or we'll take y'all. But if you don't come down, we're going to come back with the warrant. Wow. But right now, when you come down here, we're not arresting you. We just need to ask you some questions.
That's how they get you, though.
Oh, that's how they get you. First 48 style. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was just like, all right. And First 48 wasn't even a show then. This is just Ed going on fucking instinct here. Yeah. So I go wake up my boy, man. I'm like, bro, we got to go down there, dude. Fucking the robbery detectives, they just left their card. We got to be there in an hour or they're going to come back with the warrant. He's like, fuck, you know. And I'm just going to say that dude acted like he was a cop the whole time. And, this and that. And I said, no. Then that means you were there.
That's right.
So what I'm telling him is I wasn't even there.
Right.
I don't give a fuck when they show that video of me and you. That's not me
I was
and
on
you.
the other side of town.
That's not me
Never
and you,
seen
bro.
that guy.
Deny. Is
Never
all
even been in that gas station, ever.
So he was like, "Are you sure?" I'm just going to say, and he was a real stoner at the time, so he wasn't getting it, dude. And I didn't even smoke at the time.
That's the worst.
So I was just like, bro, you're not understanding what I'm saying. You can't say that you were there even.
Yeah.
Because that puts you there. And so anyway, we go down there. I went in first. First thing they did was stand up against the wall. They took my picture with the Polaroid camera. Then they read me my rights. And then I was like, whoa, what are you doing? They're like, well, no, we're not arresting you. We told you we're not arresting you. We just need to read you your rights before we ask you
talk
these
to
questions.
you. Yeah.
So then they said, well, first of all, you want to just tell us about this? And then they played the video. And I was like, what's that? And they were like, that's you. And I was like, that's not me. And they were like, yes, it is. And I was like, no, it's not. And so we did this song and dance back and forth, and they were getting all pissed off. And I was just like, that's not me. And they said, we're gonna put you that picture we just took of you in a photo lineup, and the dude's gonna pick you out, and we're gonna charge you with aggravated robbery. They said it was all just a fight until y'all stole his wallet. And I couldn't go, he's lying. But I was just
They almost got you.
yeah,
They
I was
almost
just
got
like,
you.
I just like, you know what, man? Go ahead and do what you got to do. You do your job, and I'll do mine. I'll get a lawyer, and I'll beat it because I know that's not me, dude. And they were like, the force is strong with this one. So they sent me out.
Guy knows his shit. Damn.
And then my buddy went in there, and I don't know what he did because they talked to him, each of us by ourselves, and then he came back out too. So we went home, And then, like, even our lease was up in the apartment. It was probably a month or so later. They went and picked him up. My homeboy
got
at
Caesar?
work. Yeah, they got Caesar at work. They picked him up, and what had happened was the dude picked him out of a photo lineup.
Kurt Cobain did?
Kurt Cobain did. Or someone did. He just said they picked him out of a photo lineup. I imagine it was Kurt Cobain. And then he was out on bond. He was being charged with aggravated robbery. But they knew it was kind of a fight that went south. So there was a lot of gray area. This dude was lying.
Yeah.
So they were trying to. So Caesar was going to get probation. He was going to get shock probation. They had shock probation at the time, in the 90s. So he was trying to get shock probation, and
What does that mean?
That means he was going to do like 60 days in a boot camp or in the county.
Oh.
And then he
Like
would
a
be
scared straight program.
like a scared straight. But then
Nice.
he'd be on probation. But if he fucked up, then he'd go to prison. But he would have to do that first. And so he was trying to get that when and that dude, he was in contact with Kurt Cobain too. And that
they were
dude-
talking back and forth. Caesar and Kurt Cobain?
Yes, because the dude was trying to get his medical bill. He was like, look, bro, I don't want you to go to prison. I just want my medical bills paid. That's how I know that he was trying to get his medical paid. And Caesar said he was telling him, like, bro,
He was just trying to hustle him.
that he was telling him, we didn't rob you, bro. You acted like a cop and that you had a gun and did this whole thing. So he was working towards probation, but when he went to court, he had the worst judge in the system, Susan Reed.
Oh, no.
Susan Reed was that Hingham High judge. She didn't. First offense is she sent you to prison, and she sent him to prison. She gave him 10 years.
10 years?
Yep, yep.
For beating this dude's ass legitimate style?
He did. I think he did 4 on it.
Wow.
He did.
Oh, it says tell him under the magic stamps is a story about doing acid. In
Oh
jail.
yeah.
Can you tell that story?
Fuck it now, I guess.
Let me okay. After he announces it in the chat. Well, let me cover some comments real quick because we've got him coming in fast and hard.
Okay.
Okay. So he went to jail. Did he do the full 10 years? Did he do the full dime?
No, he did 4 on a 10.
Did 4 on a 10.
Yes.
And this all happened before you went to prison.
That I went to prison while he was in prison. We were both in prison at the same time.
In the same prison?
No.
No. Okay.
I went. I went. We were both at the same time because.
You were in Beto.
Well, I was at Beto at the end, but I was at a lot of prisons before that.
Oh,
I
okay.
was at Sanchez, and I was at Abilene, at Middleton unit. I was at El Paso at Sanchez unit. I was in Huntsville at Huntsville and in Gordon. No, that's the best one actually.
Really?
Everyone always thinks that because Huntsville is associated with the prison system.
Yeah. That's
the
what I always
best-
heard.
That's the best prison you can go to, really.
Well, what makes it the best prison?
Because a lot of politicians and big people go through there to see how the prison system is run.
Oh, so they have to put on a good show.
So any troublemakers, get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
If you're a troublemaker, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. They feed you the best food so they can go, look what these guys are getting fed. Look how clean their clothes are. Look at no fight. Prison's easy. And then these people come in and go, yes, we need more time for these guys. It's Disneyland in there. They're in Huntsville looking at the best fucking place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I want to go if I,
mean,
have to go to prison.
The prison itself is old as fuck.
I'm
and
gonna request
sucks.
it.
Oh shoot! He took off all the messages.
He
Did you
did.
see that?
He removed them all. Well, that's
Who
a
did?
good call on his part.
I guess so.
a
Who
good
took
call.
off all the messages?
Tim Kirby.
What is? Oh, that's my boy Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my boy. I didn't
Wait, is
know
that the one from last time?
Yeah.
This is the guy
Okay.
that you were buddies with?
Yes.
Oh, no way.
That's the one where they came in our cell, Tim.
Yeah. The six guys.
Is
Yeah.
Tim still on there?
He's
Yeah,
he's on there, but he
Okay.
retracted all his messages.
Tim.
He burned the evidence, dude.
Yes. Hey, bro, that's my boy, dude. This dude is one bad motherfucker, bro. Let me tell you. My buddy Tim Kirby, I love this dude.
Yeah. No, you told us all about him.
Yeah,
I love him too.
he was a cellmate that turned into a soulmate without being gay. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You said that pretty quick.
Yeah, no, because I love this dude, and there's no shame in me. At me losing my friends now at 53 years old that have died from COVID. One of my boys died 2 weeks ago. I tell you, when I tell my, like, Josh, I love my boy Josh, you know. You can get there. I've just met you, but I've been working with Josh for a long time.
He said he might tell me he loves me.
Yeah, but like
It's just take a while. It's gonna.
yeah, my
How long
You know,
do
I
you
got
think?
like my friends,
Don't
my
worry about
homeboys.
it.
I love my friends, bro. If you're a good friend and I know that you're like in long haul, man, I love you, bro, and I'll tell you face to face that I
Well-
love you. And my boy Tim right there, he was the dude that was in the cell with me.
Yeah.
When those dudes came in with shanks.
Yeah.
And they said, we're taking this cell because we got too many sleeping on the floor.
And he was the one that was.
He just looked right at me like he was like, man, y'all
Yeah.
are fucked up. And they were like, hey, Tim, we could do this the hard way and whatever. And they respected him.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they
Yeah,
didn't-
he,
yeah.
he was the one that had the credibility.
Yeah, they respected him. He had been down before, and and he was just a down ass dude, and he was a skater dude, and I was just like, fuck. I remember we just looked at each other in the eyes, and there was that feeling of helplessness where we had to leave the cell or die over this fucking whole ass cell.
Well, it sounds like y'all had an experience prior to this incident, or was it after this incident that y'all did the magic stamps?
Oh no, that was he knew a lot of people that were running around doing some crazy shit, and one night magic stamps just appeared in the cell.
Wow,
Yeah.
magic stamps.
And I remember it was an 8-ball. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, but I think it was an
8-ball stamp?
It was an 8-ball stamp, and we cut it into pieces, and we stayed up all night tripping acid. It was acid under the
Prison.
stamp.
That's
no, this was in the
No,
county
this is
jail
county.
in Midland.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah, it was worse. It was worse because in the prison you can move around and there's TVs and all this. And this, we're just in this cell, and we kept waking up this dude telling him that he was levitating. We were tripping, bro. I remember Tim was perched like a fucking vulture on top of. I just ask him if he remembers it. He was perched with his feet on top of the little restroom wall partition.
Yeah.
And he was up there like a vulture up there tripping, dude. And we kept waking up that dude. Hey, bro, you're fucking levitating again, bro. Your fucking feet were in my face.
You gotta
bro."
stop doing that.
And the dude finally, he was like, yeah, I used to do that at the house sometimes. You know, my family would freak out. Like, this dude was throwed. That's why we kept fucking with him, dude. And actually, we made him catch out. I don't know if it was that night we kept saying, dude, you molested someone. You're a molester. And we kept fucking with him. And he broke.
What?
He broke and said,
He dry snitched himself?
yeah, no, he didn't dry snitch. He confessed, and we made him catch out. We were tripping, though. I mean, we were tripping. But has he commented at all?
Yeah, no, not yet. He just put the like horns.
Yeah, he did this. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But that was my boy. Even he went to go see me perform with Carlos Mencia when we did that 3,000 seater.
Oh, yeah. You told me about
the
that
Wagner
show.
Noel Theater.
Yeah.
He showed up to fucking hang out over there. Dude, he's got a fucking pool in his backyard where they have fucking skate contest.
He said good times.
Good times.
That's all he's got to say about it. Good times.
bro.
Good times.
Dude, he had crazy friends because he was from there. So he had a buddy named Derek Blocker.
Oh, he's from Midland?
Yeah, he's from Midland.
Oh, okay.
So he knew everyone there. So I kicked it with him.
Wait, what did he go to jail for? Or prison? Did he ultimately go to prison?
I think it was for acid. I think it was for.
He got arrested for acid,
I think that's what he was there for.
and then y'all are doing magic stamps in prison.
No,
Well, in jail. In jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because he had the hookup. Like, why if that's what you do?
I don't know, dude. I don't know how that shit works. I don't
Yeah,
know, like, if you get caught doing magic stamps
Bro,
in jail, like, what happens?
All his boys, they were going, like, they were moving around Midland doing all kinds of shit, and he would tell me he had all his homeboys were almost at one time. We're rolling through there like, man, there's my other homeboy got buzzed. My other homeboy. Every we see the news, that's my other homeboys. That's my other homeboys. Like,
What kind of acid was it? Was it like LSD?
that's what acid is, right? What other
Well, I mean,
kind
you
of
can.
acid?
There's different kinds of
What's the
acid.
different kinds?
I know that you take not muriatic acid or fucking lactic
Well, now
acid.
that I say it,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding, now it sounds stupid now. Yeah, it was just LSD. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like there are different kinds of acid.
Well,
I'll look it up.
there's liquid LSD and there's the paper acid.
Yeah, you can either drop it on a sugar cube or.
Well, and I've
I've actually got a good story about
I
acid.
took liquid acid in prison.
Yeah, I've done liquid acid as well.
Yeah.
You want to hear my acid
Yeah,
story?
well,
It
this-
involves the police.
Ooh, you sound excited about that. He's all excited.
Yeah, I got really excited about that one. Okay, so
Let me ask you this: have you been arrested before?
I've been detained multiple
That's weird,
times.
dude. Hanging around with so many people that have not been arrested,
Never been booked. I've been handcuffed in the back of a cop car.
and that
never-
was just for pleasure. That was voluntarily.
Yeah, we did that for funsies.
Yes.
Yeah. No, so me and my buddy, we used to do quite a bit of psychedelics, right?
Shrooms and acid.
Shrooms and acid.
It's LSD, LSD 25, LAD, acid. It's all the same shit
Okay.
though.
Okay, it's all this. Okay, well, sorry. I thought there were different types
Oh,
of
you
acid.
can do like drops. It's one person said. Audrey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Liquid.
Mhm. No, so that's what we had. We had a vial of liquid acid.
Yeah.
Right. And we're in our car, and we're heading to a house party, and we get pulled over on the way there. Now we were already tripping, pretty good, not hard, but we were tripping a little bit. We're in the car. I'm a passenger. My buddy's driving. Right. We get pulled over, and he's got the acid on him, and the police officer, and this is up north in New England, right? The police officer pulls us over, and it's like in this little podunk town, right? He pulls us over, and he asks us, where we're going. We're like, oh, we're headed to this house party. He was like, well, you want to step out of the vehicle for me real quick? We're stupid, so we step out of the vehicle.
And you're already tripping?
Yes. Not aggressively, but
It's starting to kick in.
we're enough. Yeah, it's enough at this point. So he asks us to step out of the vehicle. We step out of the vehicle. He starts patting my buddy down. right? You got anything sharp on you that I should know about? Blah, blah, blah. He pulls out the vial of acid, right?
He didn't know what it was.
Little brown bottle. He had no idea what it was. He goes, what's this? He was like, oh, that's just some medication that I have. He's like, oh. Unscrews the top, puts his pinky finger in it, tastes it, dude,
Awesome.
like his whole pinky.
I would have followed him home.
Dude, here's what happened.
Should have said ear medicine.
It hits him immediately.
It can't hit you immediately,
It
bro.
was pretty quick, dude. I mean, not like he put his finger in his mouth and then he's out, but he's still talking to us, and we could tell like he was getting like a little wonky as he's talking to us, and we're continuing. He lays down in the grass on the side of this road.
Laid down in the grass?
Laid down in the grass.
What was his excuse? He said, excuse me, I'm just going to take a nap right here, guys.
I'm just going to take a little rest real quick.
And what were y'all doing?
We got back in the car and left.
Yeah.
And we went to the house party. We had a great time. Never heard from him again.
And that cop, his life was changed.
Yeah, he's still laying in the grass right now, dude.
He might have been. I mean, I don't know what happened to him after the fact. We didn't stick around to find out or, call up the station and ask how he was.
Yeah, I got pulled over with a sheet of acid, stuck it in my air conditioner vent. So I got this scar on top of my hand, digging it back out. And then we got pulled right over again, dude. And I just stick it right back in this fucking vent. And the cop, dude, like the second cop, was at the bottom of my air. There's that one vent that comes at the and he was looking in there to see, and I was like, how does he know that it's gonna come down the vent? Like I was like, but it never came out.
Really?
And I had to fish it back out again. But in the 90s, paper acid used to be everywhere, bro.
Oh yeah.
In the 90s, paper acid.
That's when it was super pop. This was in the early 2000s.
Wow,
This happened to me.
I haven't seen acid in years, and but yeah.
Oh, you got to go to Bonnaroo.
I don't want
Plenty
to
of
go.
acid
What's
at Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo?
That's that music festival.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
They do a bunch of acid out there.
Just like Burning Man and all that. Burning Man is probably the epitome of fucking.
Yeah, I would
doing
say
all that
that's where it
psychedelics.
really is.
Dr.
Yeah.
Tim says legend is he's still in the grass till this day.
Yeah.
He's just hanging. We did have a guy in that when I still lived in New England. There was a guy that would just like kind of walk around our town. He wore leather pants. He had super long hair, never wore a shirt, cowboy boots, and a big old cowboy belt buckle. And he would just walk around town, and everyone told us that he went on an acid trip one day and never came back.
Oh, I know a dude that did that. This dude that I grew up with, his name was Carlos. And he was a little bit older than me. And we used to ride bikes together, probably like, in the 70s, going into the 80s. And somewhere around when he was in high school, I think he was like a junior in high school, they were skipping out, and they were at somebody's house, and he took a bunch of pills, and they were doing acid. And he
That's
took
not
like
good.
pills from the cabinets. They were just taking pills from the cabinets. And he went on this
He went on a
never-ending-
permanent trip.
He went on a permanent vacation, bro.
Yep.
And someone had told me, man, have you seen Carlos, dude? He fucking whacked out. And I was like, nah, dude. And then I was at a gas station over by Jefferson, by my old house one day. And I saw him get out, pull up in the car, and get out and go inside the convenience store. And I was like, oh, dude, that was Carlos. But he had hair like mine.
Like long curly hair?
He looked like Charles fucking Manson, bro.
Oh.
He had long, and he went to Catholic school is when I knew him. He came walking back out of the place, and I said, Carlos. And he like real quick looked over at me like those weirdo fucking like.
Yeah.
And I go.
Like wonky eyes?
Yeah. And I go, like it was him. And I
Yeah.
saw, and I go, hey, what's up, man? And he came like charging at me, dude. Like real fast. And I was like, oh shit. And he comes up to me and he's like this, like
rocking back and forth?
Rocking back and forth. He goes, tell me, how do I know you? Tell me, how do I know you? And I was like, remember, man, Edward, dude, we used to ride bikes together. I lived next door to Walter. He lived next door to the Dick Riders. I lived next door to the Dick Riders, and he used to hang out with the Dick Riders.
Wait, what?
That's the name.
Their name,
That's their last name is Dick Rider?
yeah, Walter and Brian Dick Rider.
Oh. How much
I know.
negative attention did they get on the playground,
I used
dude?
to tell jokes about that on stage. I just kind of stopped, bro.
You stopped telling jokes about that? That's the easiest
know.
joke of all time.
Yeah.
What was the joke?
It was that.
Just their name.
Just their name. The
That's
people
it. Yeah, that's the
I would say
setup and the punchline.
About nicknames, because my nickname, the Weed Boner,
Yeah,
and all that, and about how nicknames, how some people are born with it, and you're just born with it, and that's not your fault, But if you could marry into it, like if you, because I remember.
Have you ever Mrs. Dick Rider?
Yeah, but because
Hell yeah.
my parents used to call
Hell yeah.
growing up. We moved in there when I was 5 years old, and they were already living there, and my parents used to call them the Duck Riders. And I was like, no, their last name's
Because they were
Dick.
uncomfortable
But
with it,
I know because I didn't get it. I was still a little kid until I got older, and I was like, oh, they're Dick
Oh,
Riders.
that's why they said Duck
They're
Rider.
Dick
Okay.
Yeah, they were Dick Riders, not Duck Riders. I was
And
like,
I mean, it doesn't make it any better to, like pronounce it differently and say
and their
the
last
Dyke
name-
Ritters,
yeah,
you know?
it was they're German. It was a German name. It was Dick Reiter. Like it was Dicketer.
That's still not. That's
I know
horrible.
it's close, but anyway, he was a really cool dude. But anyway, the Dick Riders lived next door. Yeah.
Dude, so when I worked for a call center, I was pretty wild when I worked. This was up in Massachusetts, and there was a gentleman that called in on the phone one day, and his name was Richard Licke, and his last name was spelled Licke.
Dick
and
Licky.
As soon as he called up and said, "Oh yeah, my name's Richard Licke," and I was like, "Your name's Dick Lick, bro." Yeah. I got fired from that job
Immediately.
Yeah.
When I was in the Navy and we were on our week of in boot camp of kitchen, and the new boots are coming through, and everyone has their names stenciled on their shirt. And there was a dude. His name was just their last name is there.
Yeah.
This dude's last name was Hernandez. And I remember my buddy next to him. Hey, look at this one. Hey, Hernandez, you get rammed in the ass. And he just and that dude looked like he wanted to cry, dude. He was just going through with
This is why I got in the military, so people stop bullying me.
It was an Indian name. It was Ramdass. Ramdass.
Ramdas.
Yeah. Dude.
Ramdas.
You know,
I think is how it's pronounced.
You didn't finish the story last time you were on about when you're in the Navy and then you were going down for what did they tell you to go get?
Oh, which one? They told me to go get an HT punch.
Yeah, HT punch. That's the last one he left off.
When
on.
I was in the Navy, and they would make up shit when you get on the ship, and they would send you to go get me 50 feet of chow line.
Just like haze you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you and you're green, you don't know any better, and they were like, hey man, quick, we need 50 feet of chow line, dude, quick. And you go around and you're like walking around and you tell someone, hey, go to the mess hall and tell them we need 50 feet of chow line. And then so you go into the mess hall and you're like telling this cook, I need 50 feet of chow line. They're like, listen to yourselves, you stupid fuck. 50 feet of chow line is what you stand in. Oh, sir. And they'd send people, go down to there and get me a bucket of steam. Quick, we need it now, A
bucket of steam.
And dudes would run down there, and so they sent me and this one dude to go get an HT punch.
HT punch.
Sounds like it's something
Yeah,
real.
no, that sounds legitimate.
In the Navy, it sounds like I could picture a punch. I don't know. And so they said, hey, go down to the engineering berthing and go get an HT punch. And it was me and this other new dumbass fucking dude. And this dude was a crash test dummy, bro. And I was like, all right, that don't sound right, though. I'm not.
Crash test dummy, you mean like he was stupid?
Yeah, he was dumb. He was
Okay.
just like one of them dudes you could tell him to do anything.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, when they told him. And I was like, I'm not going in there and asking for that, bro. And he was like, well, why not? And I was like, I don't know. I don't like
They're
the way it
fucking with us,
sounds.
dude.
Yeah, they're fucking with us.
Yeah.
You can't see it. And he was just like, no. So, and all the engineers are big old burly dudes.
Okay.
They're dudes because they're big wrench handling, working with machinery and shit. So they only recruit the big dudes for that job. A little dude, they're like, nah, that job's not for you. So it's all big old dudes in there. So we go down to the engineering berthing, and the berthing means the area they sleep in.
Okay.
So that dude walks in first, opens the door, and I stand at the doorway. I'm SAPD, I got a gun. So I just stand at the door, and that dude walks in there all fucking, and he's all, hey man, they told me to come down here and get an HT punch. And it was like Alien, bro. Like, you remember on Alien when all the walls start fucking slithering and all the aliens start coming to life? But it looked like just part of the ship at one point.
Yeah.
And then everyone starts coming out of it. Because the dude's laying there, dude's watching TV, dudes are laying in their bunks reading and shit, dude. Huh? He goes, man, they told me to come get an HT punch, man. Oh, all right, shit, man. Dude puts his magazine down. He's like, hey, man, hey, Jones, you got that HT punch? No, man, you know what? It's here somewhere. And so Jones starts moving. This dude starts moving. Hey, Smith, you got that HT punch? No, man. Smith gets up. Everyone starts moving. Hey, come on in, man. Close that door. Hey, man, where's that HT punch? You seen that HT punch? They're waking up all the other dudes. Hey, man,
Everyone's in on it.
Everyone's fucking.
Oh.
And I'm at the door, and they're telling me, come on in, man. Just close that door. And I'm like, man. And they broke. Bam! They fucking made their move, and I broke. And that door opened in. So when I broke it closed, they had to go in to open. So I'm gone. They caught my homeboy, or the coworker, that dumb fuck. They catch him, and I split. I'm gone. And then about 20 minutes later, he's back. He's obviously been crying. They beat the fuck out of him. An HT is a hall technician. That is their job as a HT. is a whole. It means whole technician. So he went down there and told all the whole technicians to punch him, basically. So they would hold you down and they would just they'd frog the fucking shit out of you. You know, they're hitting you in your thigh and your arm or whatever. They never got me. They fucked him up, bro. They fucked. Well, did you leave me down there? I was like, bitch, I ain't. It sounded stupid. Like it did.
You tried to tell him, dude.
I did try to tell him.
You tried to save him from himself, but he was bound and determined, just like Kurt Cobain, to get his ass kicked.
He begged for that ass whooping, dude. If someone begs for an ass whooping,
you're not gonna stop him.
If someone begs for something stupid like that, like multiple times, and they get it, I feel they did. Like my brother, for instance. I got an older brother that's a fucking dumbass. Fucking dumbass. Stupid as shit. Like, if you want something to go bad with your car or in your house.
Not the police officer.
I'm telling you, that dude's a saint, though. So when I start talking about retarded fucking stupid shit being done, it's
the
not. The
baseball thing?
It's not. It's not that one. I got one brother that's a saint and the other one that's not, dude.
Okay.
So the one that's not, he does coke and his whole life. And you know what this dude did? He borrowed my mom's car. He was going over to the Lincoln courts, I think, and lending the car out to these young thug dudes there and staying there and smoking rock or doing coke or whatever the fuck he was doing.
And just letting them ride around in the Lincoln?
And they were running around in it was a New Yorker. They were running around in the New Yorker and they were doing dirt. Like, they were doing dirt in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the car, they didn't come back one time. They didn't come back. And I don't know the whole story, but basically they didn't come back. And my brother called the cops, and the cops were like, well, you gave him the keys. So there was nothing they could do.
Yeah,
so,
it's not a robbery.
It's not.
That's not Grand Theft Auto. You gave your car away.
You lent the car out. Mm-hmm. So for like 2 or 3 days, he's going back to the projects to try to catch these dudes. And so he finds the car there. And he goes and knocking on those dudes door. They don't come out. He calls the cops. They're knocking on they don't come out. And I think the cops split, and then those dudes came out, like 2 or 3 dudes to whoop my brother. And they started to whoop my brother's ass. And his story is that one of them pulled out a knife. He got the knife away, and he stabbed 1 or 2 of them.
Ooh.
But not before they fucking beat his ass. They knocked some of his teeth out. I think they broke a rib. I think he had to get some stitches. They fucked him. They fucked him up pretty good.
Has he ever been to prison?
No, but the day's still young.
Unbelievable. So
no,
the dumb one.
But he's been to jail for he just recently did like about a 9-month stint in the county. He had to do like county and then do some rehab because drugs. He keeps getting caught with drugs.
Yeah.
And so he's never really gone to prison. And so anyway, they beat the fucking shit out of him, and they got the car back. And my mom was like, the cops came over and told me what was going on. They said, we know your son is lending that car because either that or my brother should have been the best car theft detective ever because he recovered that car himself like the 5 times it was stolen. He just miraculously found in this city of millions of cars.
It went missing 5 separate times?
Something like that.
Oh my God.
And the cops finally went and told my mom he's lending the car out for them to go. They're doing crimes because the car was used in some serious crimes. They said, I'm thinking robberies maybe or something. And they told my mom, we don't want to tell you what crimes, but we know what your son is doing. And we're going to put a stop to it eventually.
But your mom kept letting him use the car?
No, that was it. He killed that car. When they got that car, like when they got it back, it must have been some big old fucking crazy. This front seat, the driver's seat was all the way back, broken off the bolts on the bottom. So it was like a rocking chair. And those must have been some big old crazy dudes.
Did they have spinners on it when it came back?
Yeah, bro. They fucking trashed that car. And my mom was like, they killed the car. And so that's when they really realized what my brother was doing.
Damn.
But he got the fucking shit stomped out of him. He got fucked up, right? And he even went to jail because they charged him with aggravated assault.
Really?
I was in prison at the time.
For
stabbing those dudes.
Wow.
So, and he wrote me in prison and was like, I'm in jail and no one believes me that it wasn't my fault. It was self-defense and all this shit, right? That he was the victim, right? So they ended up dropping the charges, was probably the worst thing that happened because that confirmed that he was just the victim. It was self-defense.
Yeah.
They dropped it, but he deserved that ass whooping that he got.
He asked for it, dude.
And I told him one day, he was like, man, these dudes tried to kill me. And I go, I know. They tried to kill you, but they didn't kill you. So you got what you deserved, which was an ass whooping.
Yeah.
And you deserved an ass whooping for the stupidity that you were doing. No, man, he gets all bent out of shape.
I think a lot of the problems in the world would be solved if some dudes that need to get their shit kicked in had that happen to them.
there is certain things, but like drugs, I sad to say, is
you're right about that.
because
Yeah.
I remember like everyone, my son, you know, he's been on heroin, and people are like, you know what you need to do? You need to go get him and just pick him up and beat his ass, bro. I'm like, really?
That won't work.
I'd have the rowdiest rehab center ever if we could just snatch people up off the fucking streets and beat sobriety into their fucking asses. They'd be like, what are you doing? I was like, today you're about to get sober, motherfucker. And they just beat the
Praise the Lord, you're off heroin.
You're going to thank me later. And just start beating the shit out of them, you know, but it doesn't work like that. I wish it did. I wish it did because my son would just have a good ass whooping coming and he'd be fixed. But that's not how or my brother, but that's not how it works.
I did want to go ahead and let you answer a couple of the questions that came through.
Go ahead.
One person asked if you ever got stabbed in prison. Did you ever get shanked while you were in prison?
No, they came in with knives and I plea bargained for probation.
There you go.
So
you told that story last time.
Yeah,
And that was with Tim. Tim Kirby was
there.
in the cell with you, yeah.
And I did not want to get stabbed in prison. I'm not saying like, of course, no one wants to get stabbed in prison, but I never owned a knife or a shank in prison.
But you have been stabbed before, though.
Yes, I have been stabbed.
As have I.
That's a good one right here. That
Look
one
at that.
went down
Look
to
at
the
that
bone.
nice little scar.
That was being chased down the fucking through some apartment complexes with this dude with like a damn big old
Like a machete?
Well, it wasn't, but it was a big knife that he had in a sheath. Like
Oh, like a Bowie knife.
kind of
Yeah.
This is a knife.
like a Tarzan, not that quite that big, but
Yeah.
it was a good size one because when he pulled that fucking thing out, I went, oh fuck, like I was just like this motherfucker, and I picked up a rock. He pulled out a knife, and
Whoa, you brought a rock to a knife fight.
Rock
Yeah.
beats scissors, not knife.
and rock does beat scissors, but it didn't. And I've been. Yeah, he stabbed me.
He got you. He got me.
Yeah, he stabbed me.
Dude, it was down to the bone, bro. I didn't even get stitch. I put duct tape on it because I was skating. There was a contest coming up, and I duct taped.
That's badass.
I was a beast, bro. But I got stabbed in the chest too with a kitchen knife by this one dude. And
I thought you were gonna say it was a girl that did it.
no,
That's who I got stabbed by. I got stabbed by a girl in my sleep.
And the butt cheek
Ooh,
with a
Loretta
fork.
Bobbitt.
No, right up under my armpit. She got me right up under my armpit. Yeah.
Like, was she trying to really hurt you? She must have pulled back because she could have really.
Yeah, no, I think she broke skin and realized what she was doing, but it bled a bunch, and I was stuck to my sheets when I woke up. But I was smacked out when she did it, so I didn't wake up at all. I didn't even feel it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, getting
shit.
stabbed is scary, bro. I mean, I've stabbed people too.
Allegedly.
No, I stabbed him. Okay. I got him.
No, I got him.
No, it was more than one because we were at a party, and this one dude had shot one of our homeboys with a shotgun. He had stuck a shotgun in the car. Luckily, my friend grabbed the barrel somehow and like pulled it, and it shot him. And it, have you seen burns at a shotgun?
yeah.
Like, it looked like he was in a fire, bro.
Yep.
And his arm was fucked up, and we knew who the dudes were that did it, so we went to this party that they were all supposed to be at. And I remember they were like, they're all over there in the garage, and those dudes because they had a pool table in the garage, and the keg was in the garage. So all those dudes were in there, and we're all out in the living room, and the tension's building because they started saying, well, there's barely any more beer left. And well, if there's no more beer, well, then it's time to fight. Like, fuck, what are we here for? We came to drink up all the beer and then fight. But when we got there,
Came to do two things.
Yeah.
Drink beer and fight. We're all out of beer, motherfucker.
yeah, and they were all out of, and so, but they had the pool table in there, so they all had the pool sticks. So
They brought pool sticks to a knife fight, Josh.
no, but there was a
Better
pool
than a
table.
rock.
So we were like, they were like, well, who's gonna start it? We can't get him. And I said, I got it. Just don't let them roll me like by myself. So I walked in there and just stole one dude. Just fucking walked right up to him and fucking clocked him, and it was on. It was on, bro. Like my homeboys were all waiting. They were like,
There
"Go
was a
do it."
melee after that.
They were like, "Go get him, Edward." And I was like, "I got him." I was rowdy, bro. I would fight anybody, like almost anybody at any time. Like fuck, like let's do it.
Yeah.
Like you weren't really scaring me, and I should have been scared.
Not a lot of people get into a fist fight at a gas station, but Edward does.
But I didn't want to fight that one. But this one I wanted to. This dude had shot my homeboy. And anyway, I fucking blasted the dude. Bam, and everyone just started getting hit with pool sticks when that happened, bro. Dude, they laid out one of my homeboys for rowdy, dude. They broke his jaw, dude.
Oh.
And he fell. He got hit in the house and fell out the house because the door was open. And they grabbed him by his ankles and pulled him back in the house.
Oh, to beat his ass more?
No, to get him out of the fucking, because the whole fight broke outside. Well, it was breaking outside. Everyone was bailing out into the front fighting. and somehow my boy got hit with the pull stick in the side of his. That was probably the best hit that dude ever took, because after that he became really successful. They beat success.
He literally had the sense knocked into.
Yeah, they
nice.
beat success into him, because after that he quit like really hanging out with all the rowdies, and he's doing great now. Like and it was that night that scared him. But there's been a few of those people. But he got rocked and he fell face first out the front door, and they grabbed him by his ankles. I remember, and they pulled him in the house, because I remember his face going over the doorstep, going over the threshold.
They did him dirty.
No, they would saved him. They helped him, because we were in the front, and all them dudes came out, and I was squaring off with this one kind of a big dude, and I was little, so everyone was kind of a big dude back then, and
He was like 5'6".
yeah,
5'6", 5'7",
he
huge.
must have been like 5'5". So we're talking shit to each other, like staring at each other. And this dude just ran like at me, like to fight me, like, but he just ran at me and mashed me against the brick wall, like against the house, like, I remember that, dude. And then we went out into the yard fighting, and it was him and like two of his homeboys, and they had me, dude. They were rolling me, and I remember they were kicking me, and I held onto one dude's leg, and I got in my pocket and I pulled out my knife. Wow! And I remember hanging onto that dude's leg, and I got him
in the leg.
In the leg. And I got him, and he started screaming. And then I got the other one. I started
You're
just
jabbing,
going.
dude.
Yeah,
You're
I was
just
just jabbing. Yeah, and then I got the other one, and they're like, "Hey, he's got a knife." That's when they started. The bulletin went, "He's got a knife," and they scattered and shit. And I got up and I was like, "What's up?" You know, like,
Come at me, bro.
yeah. And so
You want to try to jump me 3 at a time? I feel like that's justified.
But-
like one-on-one, if the guy, if it stayed one-on-one, it would have been your bad for pulling out the knife.
Yeah.
But 3-on-1 like that?
Yeah.
No, you got to.
And it was a Royal Rumble, dude, because like I remember they tackled my homeboy.
Who won?
I don't know, because we all ended up at the hospital. We all were at the hospital.
Everyone lost.
And they started fighting again.
At the hospital?
Yeah, dude, they don't stop just because my buddy was crying, "Take me." They tackled him and he dislocated his fucking shoulder.
Oh.
And he was crying like a little bit. We were like, let's pop it back in place, Mel Gibson style. And, I gotta go to the hospital. So we had to drive this dude to the hospital. We get to the hospital, and those dirties are at the hospital too. They got stabbed. They got that dude that got knocked out with the fucking stick. They broke his jaw. The inside, like all kinds of shit. Those other people hurt. So everyone was at the hospital, and one of those dirties pulled out a gun in the emergency room.
Whoa.
And the whole emergency room, the doctors, everyone hit the floor in the emergency room, dude, and we scattered and got the fuck out of there. And
What happened to your buddy's shoulder? It obviously didn't get fixed in there.
I don't know. But those dudes were rowdy, man, because one night we were in Leon Valley partying with these girls, and they invited us over, and those dudes were there. This was before this fight. So
the guys that y'all fought against.
those guys that shot my homeboy, yeah.
Okay.
And so these dudes were necios. They were troublemakers from the hood too. They were rowdies, and there was a group of them. So they were at this party with these girls at the house already when we showed up there, and I didn't know this, but we were all tripping on acid.
Oh, nice.
And they sent my friend. It was like 4 a.m. already, and they sent on my friend. "Oh yeah, y'all got to go, man. The girls want everyone out there going to bed." And I'm in the kitchen with the two dudes, about to take a shot, when one of them went over there and told everyone, "Hey, y'all got to go." And so all my friends left.
Oh, it's
out
just
to the
you
front,
now?
and now it's just me, and we're in the kitchen about to take a shot, but I'm talking shit to these dudes and just fucking with them. I
Just
remember
joking around, like roasting them a little bit?
roasting them a little
Okay.
because it was in the Tommy Hilfiger days. And every Tommy Hilfiger was not a nice Tommy Hilfiger. Some of them
You're
were
right about that,
They
yeah.
were like plaid and jean and corduroy, and there was
Some
that
of them
one.
were fake, too.
And this was real, but I remember he was wearing one of those. One of the new ones. I was like, "Oh, you're wearing that ugly ass shirt," And I remember I was ragging on him about his shirt, dude. And he was like, "Let's do a shot," but I didn't know he had told everyone that time to go, and so everyone had gone out in the front yard and was getting in the cars. We were all tripping on acid, so they didn't even realize I wasn't leaving yet. So I remember we poured the shots and let's do a shot. And I went like this to take the shot.
Oh.
And one of those dudes jumped up off the table and stole me with brass knuckles on the side of my cheek, bro. And instantly, this thing just started
Oh, yeah.
And he hit me, and he had brass knuckles on. Like I didn't
And
even.
it didn't knock you out?
No, it didn't knock me out, but it fucked me.
Yeah.
Like I just another fucking cheek just started growing on my head, and he stood back. Him and the other dude got up from the table and they're like, "What's up, man?" One dude had the bottle, and the other dude had brass knuckles. I pulled out a knife. Whack! What the fuck? And that dude was, "Oh shit!" And I ran at the dude with the brass knuckles and picked him up, and we went right through the fucking sliding door out onto the back patio, busted the thing. The dudes they rolled away from me, and I still had the knife, and they broke running, dude. And I fucking chased them. They got over the fence before I could catch him, and they got away. So I was hunting, and then I went out. My friends were in the front. I went out to the front, and all my friends were like, "What the fuck, dude? What happened? This motherfucker, they fucking stole me." And those dudes had ran off, and they were like, "Fuck." We went back in. They were gone. We couldn't find them. So it was all like all my homeboys. We're gonna catch him.
Did you run into the guy with the brass knuckles at the Royal Rumble afterwards?
No. That dude kind of disappeared. I don't know what happened to that dude. Because then after that,
he got his one good hit on you, and then and then bounced.
He bounced out of state. Because we were gonna get him. All my homeboys were like, we were hunting. Like the word was on, we were gonna get him. And I showed up on New Year's Eve at this apartment. My friend's wife, and she was like, my niece is here at this party at these apartments at Walnut Hill on Babcock.
Yeah.
And Medical. So we go over there. Outside, the club's closed, so it's 2:30 in the morning. And the dude that was with the guy that hit me with the brass knuckles, he comes out.
Oh.
This is a year later.
Okay.
He comes out, and he's with a bunch of these other dudes.
Uh-huh.
They're a bunch of rowdies, and they're like, "Come on in, bro." Like, hey, man. He's like, "Hey, bro, that shit that dude."
The sucker punch?
The sucker punch.
Yeah.
Goes, I didn't know he was going to do that, bro. And
sure he didn't, buddy.
He moved out of town, out of state, bro, even. And he knows that y'all were going to get him, bro. He's gone, dude. No hard feeling. I'm sorry, man. And this dude's, trying to be super cool. Come on in. We got a lot of beer. It's
He's
New Year's
bitching
Eve.
out a little bit.
It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get me to go inside like big time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't sound right. He was really
like that
trying
HT
to
punch.
be. Yeah.
You
he
saw
was
right through it.
really trying to be my buddy and come on in, bro. Man, I said, nah, you know what, dude? I think I'm just going to split, dude. And I took off. And when I left, within 30 minutes of me leaving, my other buddy Ruben and Richard got there. And they went inside. And the dude that had stole me with the brass knuckles was in there. And a bunch of other dirties. Well, they started shit with those homeboys of mine. And they pulled out knives inside the house. My buddy Ruben jumped through the fucking little window in the kitchen. It was an apartment. They always have that little window.
Uh-huh.
He made it, and they stabbed the other dude, Richard, to death. He was the first murder of that year.
Whoa.
It was the first murder, and those dudes all went to prison for that. Because they all stabbed him.
Holy shit.
Yeah, all those dudes. They did some time, dude. They're out now, but they all went to prison. Like, I'm talking, they did like 13, 14, 15 years.
Well, yeah.
But I would have been. That probably would have been.
That would have been you.
But my spider sense started tingling.
Damn,
and I
dude.
said, I got to get the fuck out of here.
That is wild. And so timeline. The Royal Rumble happened, and then the stabbing.
Yes, the Royal Rumble
the
happened.
Shotgun, the Royal Rumble,
Then the stabbing.
and then the stabbing.
The murder.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was fucking. That was a close one.
That was a close one.
I always think about that one now.
Well, I feel like I should tell you that I love you now because, I don't know if I'll ever see you again.
Yeah.
We never know what's going to
I
happen.
love you too, Davey.
Oh, I got it, Josh. I got it. Did you? Okay. Everyone in the chat heard that.
Okay.
That's going to be on YouTube forever, so you can never take it back.
I know. I can't deny it. All right.
Real quick question here.
What's up?
Davies Boo wants to know what's the biggest prison myth. I feel like we kind of covered this in
The
part
biggest
one.
prison myth, I think, is that everyone gets raped when in prison, or everyone rapes someone.
Raps.
Everyone's a rapist
And a rapide.
or a rapper. But I think that's one of the biggest myths that you go in there and you get sexually assaulted by some other man. And it's just mandatory, or you.
This is part of the game.
No, yeah, that's and that's
Not
funny
true.
because a guard one time told me that he worked at a prison, and that some dude was in there, and the guy would get naked and sleep on his stomach. And then he was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, if they're gonna get me, I want them to just hurry up and get it over with." Like fucking my cousin Vinny shit,
That's like when you're asking for the ass beaten, like you were talking about earlier. That's kind
He
of
was
asking
literally
for it a
asking
little
for his
bit.
ass to get beat. So
His cheeks to get beat.
and
Want to
so-
get them cheeks beat.
Blasted.
and then there was he said, man, he had to tell the dude, "Hey, dude, don't offer yourself up," And then
That's crazy.
And then he told me about another dude. There was this big old crazy black dude that had a life sentence.
Yeah.
That would rap to all the new dudes that would get there that didn't know. He would put on his rap performance for them.
Okay.
And so he said that the way this dude would do it, like, "Hey, bro, so where you from?" And he'd come out as buddy, but hey, bro, you get pictures, bro. Let's drink some coffee and look at pictures and talk about the world, bro. Let's ride. That's what we're riding. We're in the world,
Yeah.
It's like you're in your car riding, but you're looking at pictures, drinking coffee, just reminiscing.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, he would get people in the cell. Hey, let's get pictures. And then get in the cell, and it's just them two. Close the door on him and say, it's like this, man. I'm a rapper, and you're going to be a fan. You're going to be my number one fan, and
I got this new single I got to show you.
Check it out, bro. I'm just releasing my new single right now.
Right.
It's dropping today.
It's dropping right now.
And so.
In your butt cheeks.
And yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry.
Damn.
I was a little too far. I apologize.
So, and he said that he would rap to the dudes, and that he went and told that he started grooming this dude for one of his performances. And the guard said, bro, he was like, I was tired of seeing that shit. So he went and told that dude, hey, man, do you know what this dude is getting ready to try to do to you? He's a performer.
Yeah.
And
this guy doesn't know anything but rapping.
Yeah, and he was just like, what? And he told him, he goes, this dude's going to get, he goes, this is what you need to do. And back in the days, now they don't have belts anymore. You used to have a belt and a lock. You have a lock, you can lock your locker. But they used to have metal locks, bro. Metal.
Drop those in a sock real quick.
No, you lock it on the end of your belt.
Oh.
Because it'll tear through the sock.
I got you.
So you lock it on the end of your belt, and he said, look, dude, go in there, get your lock, put it on your belt, get a couple of your homeboys to do the same thing. I'm going to fall off the wing for about 30 minutes or so. Y'all go take care of this dude. We don't know anything if you do, And he said, we came back, and goes, that dude was laid out in the shower. He had a broken jaw, dinged up, and out.
Wow.
They got him, and he was gone. He said, we shipped him. That's good. That's what he got, what he deserved.
Actually, because that happened in the shower, the next question, is the soap thing real? Dropping the soap in the shower.
You bathe with soap for real.
Okay, well, no, I think we know what Dr. Tim is talking about. If you drop the soap, you just leave it on the ground?
No. They give you those little tiny blue bars of...
Like hotel bars?
They're not wrapped up in nothing. No, it's like they make them in mass quantities. They cut.
Yeah.
See, it's a little blue. It's like lye, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's the active ingredient in soap, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it's just a little chip of a...
You can make a bomb out of that,
you
too.
You just grab one, and they're all over the place. Because everyone gets... So if you drop one, you can grab another. But if you bend over to pick one up and someone starts rapping to you...
Yeah.
You were there for the performance, probably. Like, I mean...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can pick up your soap. It's cool.
Bro, you're in there butt naked... And you have to close your eyes to shampoo. That's your most vulnerable point.
That's a really good... You know what? I never thought about that. Yeah. When are you really the most at risk?
And bro,
for a rap performance?
Check this out, dude. Check this out.
Oh, if
I'm standing up in the shower and I drop my soap, I can squat down like this and pick up my soap.
So you're not exposing the cheeks.
I'm not. But
wait, it's not a rule. You got to pick it up straight leg.
No, there's no.
Well, that's what I was told.
And you have to point your toes heavenward
and spread your cheeks, right?
No, but dude, like
just picking up my soap, boys.
You got to pick up the
like
picking up my soap.
You got to pick up the soap with your butt cheeks, right?
You got to squat down over it and really get it up in there.
Like this, the rowdiest thing, the most terrible thing I saw in the showers was at Pack 2. We're in the showers, and it's a big shower, and this dude says, hey, check this out. And I was like washing my hair, and I opened my eyes, and this dude did a cartwheel into the shower. Right when I opened my eyes, and his scrog, I got the Ferris wheel view of his scrog just going by upside down, like no,
like in slow motion,
dude. And that was the worst thing that I saw in the shower.
That's not bad at all, though. I feel like we've all seen a dude do a cartwheel naked, Josh, right?
But like at Beetle One,
yeah,
you'd go into the shower, and the shower's huge, bro. That's a scary ass dungeon of a shower. Like you go into these showers, and there was a female guard handing out the soaps and the towels. And
why would they put a lady?
This was not a lady. It's a female. This was the most unladylike lady that you would ever meet. But she was brutal. That's why she was in, like, dudes would be trying to give themselves a semi before they go up there and grab their soap or whatever from her.
Oh, little half chub.
Yeah, and don't do that, bro. She will roast you. You'd be out in the hallway, butt naked, spread eagle, going to lock up if you tried to go in there and jack off on this lady guard.
People were trying to do that,
dude. There's animals at Beetle One, bro.
Wow.
There's that prison. Mostly everyone there's got a life sentence.
Well, okay. So I feel like there's probably about an hour's worth of stories still.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a part 3 at some point. At some point, we're gonna have to do a part 3.
I'll
but
keep
I've
coming back on if you want to keep telling
I know you
stories,
will.
bro.
I know we love each other now, Edward.
Yeah.
We're lovers. We're lovers, and
I guess.
that's just how it goes, Josh. Sorry,
right.
you're
Yeah.
out, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, Josh is fine with it.
Yeah.
We
not
do
to
have
lovers.
to give away this $100 Visa gift card to our winner for How to Survive Prison Part 1. Okay. Now, before I give this away, I need everyone to give this live stream a like. Give it a like, y'all. Make sure you comment once it's posted so that we've got the permanent comments. And let's blow this one up just like we blew up Part 1. Let's blow up Part 2 as well.
Let's do it.
All right.
We'll come back out and hammer out some more stories. If you, I'll keep telling stories. I got 6 years of them, bro.
I don't like the way you looked into my eyes and said hammer when we talked about prison stories. I don't like that at all.
I think you did.
That's why you mentioned it.
That's why we were gonna hammer a bottle of Dynamic into your prison wallet. We're gonna get you into the prison, and that's gonna be like Bitcoin. That'll be like one full Bitcoin. As many tattoos.
He's ready for it, boys.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have like a drum roll or anything for when I announce the, or should we just do an applause when I announce the winner?
Hold on, let me see.
Do we have something?
I got
We have
How
like
are
a
you gonna
sound
pick
effect?
a winner?
We already picked it.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah, we already got the winner picked.
badass.
Yeah. So we're ready for it. It's ready to go.
Do it.
Are you ready for this thing?
I mean, I got. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be good.
What is it?
The Little Mermaid. That's good for prison stories to do that, Josh.
That was more like when someone or not that.
That was
No.
like-
yeah, I can't say that.
That was when like someone just evacuated the dance floor onto someone's face.
Yes, there we go.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah. You have a
Okay.
different one, Josh? Something good, dude.
No, I mean, nothing really.
Wah, wah. There you go.
A rim shot. Oh, that is gonna have to do. The what? Crickets? You just gave me crickets for
I'm
the most
just
exciting
playing.
part of the show? No, dude, we're giving away $100
This
right
is
now.
all negative. I'm sorry. All I have
The
is negative.
winner
Yeah.
of the
Applause.
$100 Visa gift card is Dr. Tim. Dr. Tim wins it. Give him a round of applause. Dr. Tim, congratulations. I've got your $100 gift card for you. I'll get it to you somehow, buddy. But congratulations. We're going to give away
Until
even
then,
more.
it will be in his prison wallet, safe and secure.
I'm
where
not putting this thing anywhere near my butt. I want you to know it
you
is
should let
fully
Dr.
sealed.
Tim take it out of your prison wallet.
Yeah, come on,
Is he a
Josh.
proctologist? What kind of
No,
doctor
he's
is
a
he?
Doctor.
Yeah, he's not a doctor. It's a
but he
soda
plays
thing.
one in your bedroom.
All right. Calm down, everybody. But congratulations, Dr. Tim. We are still continuing the $100 giveaway. And as a matter of fact, I might bump it up to $200. We don't know.
We don't.
So let's blow up this episode just like we blew up the last one. Let's get it to 3,000 views and more gift card giveaways on the way. Hey, Edward, do you have any shows coming up you want to plug?
No.
Okay.
But I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Tim Kirby for
Tim
turning
Kirby.
up.
Give him a round of applause, Josh.
Yeah,
Give him a round of applause. We got to get that going.
Yeah, that's my
There
boy.
it is
dude.
for Dr.
I'll
Tim.
give you a holler, Tim.
And Tim Kirby.
And his podcast.
And the podcast.
Oh yeah, tune in. Check me out on What's Up Sucker podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I do have a show coming up in Austin pretty soon. I haven't got the date locked in, but I'll let y'all know.
Okay. Well, we'll be back with more on where you can see Edward Hernandez live on a comedy stage near you. How about you, Josh? Producer Josh, any shows?
Yeah. Let me see. July 29th, I'll be at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club. August 2nd, I'm doing FPI Funniest Person in Austin.
Nice.
August 4th, South Padre Island. August 6th, I'm doing my recording for my album.
special.
I guess special.
Yeah, that's exciting.
In Westlaco, and August 13th in Bastrop. Go check one of them out.
Damn, nice. Got
Love
some
it.
dates, dude.
Yeah, he's got a lot coming up. I've really only got one show that I want to plug. Actually, I've got two. And I think you're going to go to one of them with me, Edward. This coming Saturday at 9 p.m., I'm going to be at Razor House, which is a barbershop in the hood.
And they call it razor cuts because everyone there's carrying a razor.
That's right. That's right. Hey, we're going to be very protected. It's called Cutting Up the Shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I tell you what happened to me there?
No.
He got sliced.
Yeah, by the owner's mom.
She sliced you?
No, I said something. I said a joke to her. She didn't know what I said. And I guess she thought I was making fun of her. And then she was like, come here. I was like, I'm not going over there. And they were like, that's the owner's mom. And I looked at the owner. He's like, that's my mom. And I was like, oh, okay. So I go in and she goes, give me your hand. Do like this. And I put my hand out. She gets your drink. She pours it in my hand. She goes, there. And I got your bitch drunk for the night. And then she starts laughing. I'm like, oh, shit. The most. I got punked hard.
I wasn't there.
It was his hand. She
Yeah.
poured the drink into his hand.
Yeah, but it was
thus
my left.
implying-
It was my left hand though.
Oh, so she got the wrong one anyway.
Yeah, she got the wrong one.
Well, I'm not gonna mess with the owner's mom while I'm there. But we'll
Doesn't
be
sound
there.
like it.
Tim,
We'll be
Tim
there.
message back.
Oh, he did. He did. Oh, look at that. Tell Edward. Tim Kirby says, tell Edward he still owes me a moon pie for that acid, and I'm gonna come collecting soon.
All right, man. I got you, bro.
All right. I've got that show at Razor House coming up, and then July 30th. This is the one I really want y'all to know about. July 30th at the Blind Tiger with Matt Rife, the most handsome man in the comedy game. The most. He would not survive in prison. I'll tell you that right now. He is. Whew, that boy is pretty.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But that's July 30th at the Blind Tiger. We're doing 2 shows, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Tickets are available online.
Friday or Saturday?
It's Saturday.
Okay.
It's a Saturday. You can just go to daveyjacks.com. Just hit the links. We got the links all over the place. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Friends with Davey, How to Survive in Prison Part 2 with Edward Hernandez. Thank you so much, Edward, for being here. Thank you, as always, producer Josh. And we'll see y'all probably next Wednesday. We got a really special episode planned coming up.
Word.
So be ready for it. Thank y'all so much. Have a great night. Peace.
Secret Service team, the Eagle has landed and is making his way down the helicopter stairs.